We've seen her presenting sports. We've seen her presenting Homeground. We've also seen her presenting Tropical Island of Treasure. She is an entrepreneur. She is a television presenter and a producer. She has her own reality show called Becoming Mrs. Jones. I am talking about Minnie Dlamini. So in this video, I'll be sharing Minnie Dlamini's top 5 secrets for success. If you are just meeting, my name is Panele Sibongendlovu. My passion is to spread positivity, helping you stay motivated so that you can achieve greater success. So if you are new on this channel, make sure that you like this video and make sure that you subscribe. So let us get to Minnie Dlamini's secret number 1. Secret number 1, find your lane.
It took that life lesson for me to realize that actually, why are you here? What is it that you want to achieve? And what are the things that you need to do to achieve those things? So my first goal was making sure that after I'd blown that money was how am I going to get that money back, right? And the only way I was going to get that money back was by changing what people had decided I was going to be in this business. And that took a lot of sacrifices. So I needed to change the way that brands and societies looked at me in order to attract that corporate sponsorship that was going to get me that money back that I blew. And I did that. Once I got to a point where the face of my brand started changing, I then started actively deciding where I was going to work and what I was going to do in order to make sure that this is my lane and it's my lane only. Any success story that you've ever heard of is someone, yes, had a passion, yes, someone had a dream, but someone saw a gap in the market. You know, when I came in, I was the cute, pretty girl. Yeah. There's always the cute, pretty girl, and she comes in almost every year, and she's there. But she disappears. And she disappears because at the time that she was hot, she doesn't find her niche. She ends up being the sequel instead of the blockbuster movie.
Sure. Minnie Dlamini's secret number 2, move on.
And then the negative PR that followed afterwards.
Yeah, that was really unfair because I was so tired. You know, when you just like, I feel like I've been on 120 and now I'm like, oh, finally I can let my hair down. And then another wave of issues came by. It was a very difficult time, and I felt like, you know when you sit there and you're like, I wish people would just cut me some slack.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah.
can I just get 5 minutes to enjoy this?
Yeah.
And just immediately the day after, the most beautiful day of my life has to be tainted with negativity. That wasn't fair. But then again, I signed up for this business. Yeah. And I don't welcome it by any means. I wish it would stop. But I do understand it. And I've developed a thick skin, and I've been able to move on when those things happen and allow myself to focus on what really matters.
Secret number 3, understand that life has its own ups and downs.
When you've got such a following, I mean, you've got a duty, haven't you, as well, to educate possibly and pass on the negative of losing that sort of weight and the positive of being who you are.
For sure. I mean, one of my favorite things about my social media is everyone says, you've got so many followers, why don't you make your page a little bit more curated and, make it prettier with prettier pictures? And my responsibility when I look at my Instagram and I look at my Twitter and all my other social media is I really want people to really get a true slice out of my life and a true representation of who I am, the struggles that I go through, my joys, my high points, my low points, because at the end of the day, I feel like we're so consumed with creating this facade that everything's perfect and our lives are perfect. And that's not the truth. No. People look up to you and people want to get inspired by you. And I believe the only way that someone can truly be inspired by you is that they truly understand that life isn't peachy.
Minnie Dlamini's secret number 4, love what you do.
My secret to success is doing what you love and working really hard to achieve excellence in that chosen field. I think the importance of choosing your passion is making sure that you develop your craft in the best way possible. Educate yourself, never stop learning, and I think that will be your secret to success too. So many people inspire me. It's everyday people who are living their truth, people who've achieved excellence despite the odds that have been put up against them. You know, there's so many women in this country that, you know, have paved the way before I was able to do what I'm able to do. I look at the likes of Basetsana Kumalo, Carol Bauer, Connie Ferguson. I mean, these are women who have, you know, created pathways that were never open before for women in entertainment and women in media. They went from being on-air talent to being creators, and that inspires me so much. Internationally, I mean, of course, you look at women like Oprah, who turned her TV career into a global empire. Those are the people that inspire me, people who take the opportunities that have been given and are able to develop it and turn it into something far greater so that the next generation can say, I can.
The last secret for Minnie Dlamini's success, which is secret number 5, is humble yourself.
And I hear now when you're sharing your story about how every little piece of production, when you wanted to get involved in it because you wanted to learn, getting your hands dirty as someone who wants to reach a level of affirmation, a level of accomplishment, how important is that for you, like to get your hands dirty?
You know, getting your hands dirty, I think, is the most important part. I mean, one of my favorite things that DJ Spoo just mentioned in his speech was when he was talking about the fact that you go into a space, right? Yeah. And you've got to love it. And you've got to love what you do. Yeah. But you've also got to humble yourself. You've got to realize that there's a journey that it takes. Yeah. You know, you can't. You're not just gonna get there and be this overnight success and everything's gonna line up and be perfect. It takes a lot of hard work. And more than the hard work, I think the most difficult task in any journey is to humble yourself. It's to realize that you know who you are, and you look in the mirror and you say, I'm great, like he was saying, but you can't go out there and be obnoxious about it and be overbearing and be this person that people don't want to gravitate towards. You've got to humble yourself. And you've got to bring yourself towards yourself. That doesn't mean playing yourself down by any means. What it means is that you need to understand who you are in a space, understand who the person that you're speaking to is, and try draw out that knowledge and that wisdom that you can get from that person.
Thank you so much for watching this video. Making sure that you like this video and making sure that you subscribe. Check out the video I did on Nomzamo Mbata Top 5 Secrets for Success.